And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to Coin Place Tarot. My name is Coin. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. This is a set of quick announcements. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are back up and open. So either message or email me directly. Link is on main, and we can set that up, okay? What are we seeing this round of reads, Virgo? Because it has been a while since I uploaded. There's been a lot happening in my life recently, just as with many lives, because of everything going on right now. But more than that, I wanted to switch it up. We're not really doing the first and last anymore because energetically, the first and last reads were what's going in, what's going out, and how we're cycling through it from one season or 1 month to the next, right? Here, I just wanted to dive straight into it. There's going to be an altered version of that called As Things Change, so ATC. Examining through all the elements, water, earth, fire, and air, cups, pentacles, wands, and swords, respectively. What is a conflict and how do we deal with it as things change? So, as a preamble to the style of read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, it even gets difficult. Understand, Virgo, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you or mislead you. Trust me, I got 12 signs to talk to. I would never want to lie to any one of them. We lay all our proverbial cards out on the board, and good or bad, come rain or sunshine, we talk about it because tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one, right? So follow along with me in your read today, Virgo. Your ATC, I gotta get used to saying that, for this month, and yeah, see what the cards say. We're gonna start over here with your Five of Cups. Show the Virgo Collective the cards you need to see, please, upon the Five of Cups. What is weighing on them emotionally right now? Here we go. To the Five of Cups for Virgo, we see Six of Wands. Also, Nine of Wands. And the Two of Wands. Yeah, I know it feels weird. All fire underneath your water. What's calling us a form of emotional blockage right now is that, yeah, we never thought it would all work out, but more so, what does freedom actually look like to us? Right, we have all fire here. The Six of Wands representing a victory had and an action that transpired. Nine of Wands, we are free to pursue what we want to, and the Two of Wands, intentionality. Then why doesn't it feel like that? Right now, Virgo, I don't think you're in a state of accepting where things are, at least emotionally, because you never thought you would get there. Right? It doesn't mean that it's automatically false. What it means is that if we're having all this good energy of intentionality, moving forward, moving on, finally I get recognized for what I do, and that's underneath the notion of pain, then this has been a fleeting moment so long, we kind of forgot what it means to just appreciate the moment and be. Just because it's so different and was at one point so distant doesn't mean that it's not right for you. I want you to sit with the uncomfortableness of it all right now because, hey, congrats, you did the right thing. Okay? Next to the Five of Pentacles. Show us cards we need to see, please, for Virgo. Can I get this card? No, I cannot. And there we go. Five of Pentacles. In regards to the Lovers, the card of Gemini. Five of Pentacles, meaning that we're feeling locked out or left behind. Show us cards again, you see, please, what defines the rest underneath the Five of Pentacles in this reading. Ace of Swords, having to know the truth about an emotional void or blockade. Temperance, the card Sagittarius. Oh, that's why I feel so different and distant over here. Um, what's a nice way to say this, Virgo? For what we feel we were left out from was a relational dynamic that wasn't giving equitably. We're not given what we were giving in that relational dynamic. And because of that, when we came to the truth of it, of being like, if I'm caring about you and you caring about you, then who's caring about me? I had to sit back and just reel it all in and say, no, I'm losing myself to this. And that's why that victory feels so just disfamiliar to you right now, is because we're in a very one-sided relationship, right? We should never feel that lost and left out, because remember, there's underneath the Five of Pentacles, the notion of being left behind, or the notion of impoverishment and inequitability and efforts. The truth that we came to, that Ace of Swords, is that I have given so much of this and not gotten almost anything in return. So congrats, we've broken apart. I still feel so empty. Like I've just been drained of this almost. I know I'm going to get better. Temperance, everything changes with time, right? I know that I'm going to get better. But right now, I need my space. I can understand that, right? That's why I just feel so disfamiliar to you right now, because I'm like, no, these are good things. Why are they underneath the Five of Cups? Because we're leaving what was a drain on us for months, if not years. I don't know who this person meant to you, Virgo, but at one point it just became one person was in a relationship, the other person was just there. And that's why when we break up, what does that mean? What does that look like? Five of Wands. What about the conflict that is happening? How do we engage? Show us the cards we need to see, please, for the Virgo collective upon their Five of Wands in this read as things change. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so in regards to everything that we have invested into whatever dynamic this was, Seven of Pentacles, it doesn't change where we stand or the amount of effort that we put in. Ten of Cups, yeah. So let's talk. We gotta call a spade here. The Five of Wands, the willingness to engage in a conflict right now comes in when we do all the dividends, when we add everything up. You finally come to the conclusion, Virgo, no, I need to stand up on my own 2 feet and say something. This is not adding up. This is not adding up to me. I put in way too much effort every single day. I put the best foot forward, understanding the struggles, understanding all the things that were in front of us. And the Ten of Cups, the harmonization I'm having right now is being told I need to get out of here. Ain't no we anymore. I need to leave, right? And so being able to embrace that, even if it's an ugly truth, it is a truth, Virgo. If you're not physically gone by now, you're emotionally checked out. And so when we're honest about that, we can start moving in the direction that we need to be. To the Five of Swords. Show us the cards we need to see, please, upon the Five of Swords in this read. What are the cards that we need to see upon the Five of Swords in this read today? Okay, interesting. I'm going to put it in the way that it fell out to the table, which is the Devil in the reverse, the card of Capricorn. Okay. Hey, it's... Yep, and all these fell out in the reverse too. Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, well, let's talk about it. What do we feel is self-sabotage? Knight of Wands on the outline, by the way, is that we finally feel like our spirit is loose, that we're free to pursue what we want. That is dead obvious here, Virgo. Let's go back to this. Five of Swords is a notion of internal sabotage, or that, the war I'm having in my head, the internal doubts, the fears, the, monologue on that I've been mulling over, so to speak. All your cards fell out in the reverse. I'll go to these first before I go to the Devil. The Page of Swords in the reverse, the notion of obsession or being hard-headed. We're just not getting it right. Next, Three of Pentacles. solo work. What was once a group project or multiple parties putting into this is now just me doing the work alone. And so we come to the devil, whereas I always gotta say this because the devil is one of the big three cards that get such a terrible rap in tarot. It's one of the most brutally honest cards in the deck. It's just honest about the things we don't like about ourselves. And so the devil here being you're choosing to stay, and when in the reverse, the truth sets you free, first gonna piss you off because you realize how much of yourself you've lost to this. Not simply time, not simply money, not simply, no, it is, I've lost almost everything to whatever dynamic we claimed that we were. And I don't like having to say that out loud because it makes me wonder, who did I block out, leave behind, cut myself off from just to maintain a relational dynamic with you. I can't do this anymore. Okay. If that's your standpoint, I'm going to defend you on that one, Virgo. That's the King of Wands, not the Knight of Wands. My apologies. We already drew the Knight of Wands. King of Wands in the underneath. Now that everything has been laid out in front of us, what the right decision is, how do we move, how do we operate? Now it's about moving in it. We had to answer the writings on the wall. How do we embrace it fully to build what we want to build? Next, let us exhibit a card for each of the fives. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Give us one underneath all the fives. Yeah. Lovers, the card of Gemini. What we're finally being set free from what was once a lover's dynamic. Ain't no love had anymore, and ain't no love lost here. Two of Pentacles. Things can and will eventually balance out with time, but you cannot be in this picture anymore. You two need to separate, Virgo. I know it sounds very repetitive, but it just kind of beats the point home that here's where we are. Seven of Pentacles. Again, if I'm to validate my own feelings and add up all the expenses, both the emotional and the tangible in terms of monetary, I've still come to the same conclusions. Nothing has changed. That Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles is already saying that in the underneath of that five, right? That, hey, I was moving through the process. I was doing what a good partner should. That Seven of Pentacles now saying, okay, and it still doesn't change where we are. It still doesn't change anything about where we stand. So same conclusion. We can still meditate under this tree, hope for different answers, but it's not changing anything. And so lastly, to underneath the Five of Swords, Queen of Swords. Oh yeah. Facts are facts. I'm not budging on this one. I'm not trying to convince myself that I saw something wrong. No, I saw exactly what I needed to see. It's not pretty, it's just true. Underneath it all, the Six of Cups. Whereas there was once a strong bond or a significant impact that this person had on your life, it ain't the same anymore, Virgo. It truly is not. Where we are and where we're moving, your narratives aren't compatible at this point. I don't see beyond the notion of, hey, there's a contractual obligation that we have to each other in this moment. I don't see any other reason for why you two would actively choose to subject each other to torment at this point, because neither of you want to be with each other. Neither of you want this anymore. But you're the one brave enough to say it. Now, where do we move? And how do we move properly? Last, as we move towards resolution to find the major arcana from across the table in this read, we'll look at the first lovers on top, the card of Gemini. Show us cards that we need to see. Please define this for Virgo in their read as we move forward. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So much time, so much effort, so much everything built into it. But if we still come to the conclusion that we're in a Five of Pentacles space and we can't just rely on time alone, Virgo. Time worked its course. It did what it was meant to do. Now, here, what are we meant to do? Because the Lovers also has responsibility to it. If I could explain, because this is one of the cards that gets the most romanticized in the deck. Interesting that just flew out in the reverse. Lovers is not just, ooh, we have ooey gooey nice feelings for each other. It's no matter what, I'm not just choosing love or intimacy with you, I'm choosing life with you, right? I wanted to see better and more for us. The Wheel of Fortune, let the wheel spin as it should. Let time work its magic. Let's do what we need to. We can work this out. However, I waited long enough. This has not changed. And therefore, we are not choosing life with each other anymore. We're choosing convenience. To the Temperance, Queen of Swords. Yeah, things will get better, but they can only get better if I take this action here and now. To the Devil in reverse, the card of Capricorn. Two of Swords. No, we know better. What was once confusing ain't confusing anymore. It's just not nice to say. To the Lovers, again, the card of Gemini. King of Swords. We now know what the right thing to do. What love should feel like. What life should feel like thereafter. In resolution, what do we hold? Queen of Pentacles. Being able to be comfortable with the choice and investment, how we habitate or cohabitate. Five of Cups. Still feels kind of empty, doesn't it? Underneath it all, Ace of Cups. A new opportunity awaits. New fulfillment, new everything. Just not with this partner or not with this person anymore, Virgo. And that's just cut and dry. This is what's going on. So here's what I got in your read, Virgo. Freedom don't always feel free, does it? I'm looking at somebody who's come to the conclusion that them and a person they were intimately involved with, there's nothing left between you two anymore. And we let time play out. We try to fix it. We try to do everything. And now the only conclusion that you can come to is that I'm happier if you're gone. This is not working out for either of us. The most responsible thing we can do is part ways. And so it may not be the nicest thing. It may leave some Virgos in the collective at ground zero of, I have to start my whole entire life over, but it's better than being drained. I promise you. And so what's the right thing to do in love and life? Trust the conclusions that we come to. You're doing the right thing. I don't know who kicked off the conflict that was the straw that broke, quote unquote, the camel's back, but what was said was said, what was done was done. Yes, this person meant so much to you at one point, and now it's time for you to find different. This is not a compatible dynamic anymore. And the quicker that we accept that is the quicker we can accept what's right for both of our lives separated. That's what I got in your read today, Virgo. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, I know it's a very weird feeling to have right now, but the almost euphoria that you're getting is a reminder of the love that should be there, not only in a relationship, but also for yourself. Keep that in mind, okay? I'll see you around.